Full-time reaction to Celtic 7, Dundee 1 here for Celtic Park. I've got Martin with me. Martin, that was much more like it. That's the kind of performance that we've been waiting on for most of the season, to be honest. Felt like a long time coming. Would you make of that tonight?
Thought the intensity was exceptional. As you say, we've been waiting such a long time, but you could just tell there was something different in that team tonight from the word go, and I don't know what's made them come out and start a game like that. You're thinking miserable night, quite cold, raining. Just sometimes those nights you really struggle to motivate yourself without intending not to be motivated. But tonight the motivation was there. We've not quite been sure what our best 11 is, but I think we've potentially found our best 11 tonight. I think Idah performed very, very well tonight. Obviously we changed our talisman through the middle, and Kyogo's on the bench, quite controversial, but the right decision. And then I thought Yang was good tonight as well. Brilliant. But just across the whole of the team there was a real urgency, a real intensity, and just a completely different feel to the team tonight. And some might say Dundee weren't very good, but I think Celtic deserve all the credit tonight. I mean, Dundee are in the top 6, they're playing relatively well. We made them look bad tonight. I thought we were excellent throughout the game, and of course at half time you're thinking double figures. Didn't quite come in the second half, wasn't quite the same as the first half, but we still played with a high intensity and dominated the game.
Aye, absolutely. I think when you think about these games and results like this, and you qualify by saying, well, it's only Dundee, we've made a lot heavier work of games against much poorer teams than Dundee this season, so lots of positives. As you say, we get the early goal for Carter-Vickers, great cross from Maeda O'Riley, but I think after that, the aggression, positive aggression, I mean, when we've got the ball, trying to get forward quickly, putting early crosses into the box. You see the physical presence of Idah again with the second goal. Great cross for Alistair Johnston, holds off his man, nods it into the far corner, and then all of a sudden the confidence just goes through the whole team and everybody looks like a better player. And I thought Yang had a really positive influence in the game. He did so on Sunday at Fir Park, coming off the bench running as full-back. Did it a lot tonight, constantly taking on the full-back, making things happen, a lot braver, a lot more conviction across the pitch. Just a really positive attacking performance. And the thing I said before the game was, we've had a few games recently where it's one poor half, one decent half. You're looking for 90 minutes, and I think we got that tonight.
Oh, we did. And I thought, well, the first 3 goals were all headers, and we've not seen a lot of headers. And you and I were talking before we came on air that when you play Kyogo through the middle, you almost don't want to put those crosses in, because quite often it's playing up against the big defenders. There's a lot of those big, strong defenders across the different teams in Scotland, and you just get nothing out of that. Now we've got, a different forward line, and then you've got, I mean, what a difference with Carter-Vickers coming in at the weekend. Yeah. Immediately when he came on at Motherwell, we're just playing with such a confidence, and tonight he was exceptional. The Dundee lad that was up against him for that first goal, big tall lad, but Vickers bullied him, he really did. And then that second goal, there was a player either side of the Celtic player, and he just did fantastically well to direct it in the goal. And then of course the third one comes from a header, and you're just like, and then we start playing it on the deck as well, and we score just by playing it tidily across the box. I thought we went to the byline, but also thought the 2 wing backs and Taylor and Johnson were far more effective tonight as well. So between Yang, Maeda, and what he brings to the team, and also with Taylor and Johnston, I thought all 4 of them brought a lot of width tonight. And then there was lots happening in the middle as well. I mean, I love that 3 off O'Riley, McGregor and Idah. There's so much going on in there, so much just core skill, offensive and defensive qualities in those 3 as well. So I think we've found our front 6.
Yeah, I think there was a big clamour for likes like Idah and Yang to get a start off the back of Sunday's performance. And listen, they've absolutely earned their place on Sunday at Tynecastle as well with that performance tonight. That's a good link, because my next question was about the fullbacks. I think that's something that we really haven't seen enough this season. The fullbacks getting forward, again taking risks, gambling, getting to the byline, overlapping the wide player. They both get an assist tonight. I think that's much more positive for us. And again, I think Alistair Johnston's pre-match press conference, I don't know if you've seen it, it's really refreshing. He was really honest. He said, we've talked a lot between ourselves, the players, and at half time at Fir Park on Sunday, we just decided to take the handbrake off a wee bit, like gamble, play it forward, just like park all the negativity. If it looks like it's maybe not on, still try and take the risk, try and play forward. And that's all we've been looking for. And another thing that has been made so much of recently is the reaction of the fans. There's been boos at half time in some games, there's been boos at full time after poor performances and drop points. You see the reaction at half time tonight. It's because we know we've watched a proper performance, and that's what we're looking for, that positive attacking football, and we got that.
It's so true, and I haven't watched the press conference, but it's so true. And you think about how we have been. Greg Taylor's a good example of that. Often does he get the ball, and you think just go and beat your man, or play the forward pass and take a chance, and he doesn't. He plays the safe pass back, and then goes across the back four again. We've seen a lot of that throughout the season, and it is really refreshing to hear that we are going to be a bit braver. And sometimes we'll lose the ball, but in actual fact tonight there was loads of bravery, and they didn't lose the ball. There was a confidence, there was a cockiness, but there was a real high intensity as well, and they were passing the ball about, and everybody wanted the ball as well. You could just see the confidence growing in the team, so it's great to hear that from Johnson. If that's been intentional, we've seen the fruits of their labour tonight.
Aye, absolutely. I think talking about taking risks with Carter-Vickers back in the team obviously helps, because you know that if you lose it, he's really good at tidying up, he's quick, he's strong, he reads the game well. I think when he's not in the team, if we turn the ball over as you saw in the first half at Fir Park, we can be got at really quickly in behind. So I think he's a huge boost for us. Nice to take him off. Him and McGregor came off relatively early. McGregor at half time. We need to talk about young Daniel Kelly getting the second half. A brilliant goal he scored, right foot into the top corner.
Brilliant goal, and again for a young lad playing with a lot of confidence. There was one or two moves where he played, just inside the box or just outside the box, and some great trickery. I'd like to see a lot more of him, and we want to see some youngsters coming into the team, because they just bring something different.
That's a big criticism as well, that we don't blood enough young players now, so it's good to see that.
But I mean, you can't get enough of those guys, and they are brave because they know that they have to take their chance.
Fearless, aren't they?
And they are fearless. Don't take that safe option. Sometimes the experienced players are almost too composed and too safe. So I was really pleased for him. You could hear how pleased the crowd were when he scored. And what a cracking goal! Maybe the pick of the bunch.
Aye, a few contenders for that tonight. Few contenders for man of the match as well. I thought Alistair Johnston looked a lot like the Alistair Johnston we were used to last season. Yang gets his sponsor man of the match. A lot of contenders across the pitch. Who was it for you?
There was loads of good players, and I can understand why Yang got it. I really enjoyed watching him tonight. He just looked like a different player, a completely different player, because he has taken his time to settle in. I often go for the same player. I just absolutely loving him week in, week out. He just brings so much to the team. I thought O'Riley was exceptional. I think he had 2 assists, and of course he got a goal as well.
Yeah.
7 different goal scorers tonight. I mean, just what a night. But for me, I thought Matt O'Riley was really good again tonight.
Last one quickly. Big game at Tynecastle on Sunday. Those are always big games, regardless of the context of the season. But having come through the spell that we've come through, you're just looking for something positive to build on, and that's got to give the players confidence tonight getting into that game Sunday.
Definitely. I mean, it's one of those hard away games. You talk about going to Aberdeen. I know they're in a pure spell just now, but traditionally Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts, Rangers, that's the 4 that you kind of fear the most, that tend to be the toughest games. If we can come through Sunday, having had a late victory at Motherwell, having had an exceptional performance tonight, I think it'll give us a lot of confidence going into the last few games, and I think we've got a slightly easier run after that.
Yeah.
And then we'll obviously get ready for the top 6 split, going to Ibrox and everything that comes with those last few games. But really excited about it, and it feels like we've really turned a corner. And the players that are coming off the bench as well, all of a sudden you're thinking they are making a difference. I think the big decision was dropping Kyogo, but I think it's been the right decision. We've got a goal scorer in the team now as well. So
yeah, absolutely. That's it for tonight. We'll see you on Saturday for the build up to that game at Tynecastle. Cheers.